Hello! So a thing that a lot of you can probably relate to is that my TBR is getting out of control. And since I slacked and didn't make videos for about a month, I can't keep track of which books I've hauled and which books I haven't and when I bought those books. So I just thought that today I would do a video for you to show you all the books on my TBR shelf, and then hopefully we can watch it decrease together. Because I am doing not a book buying ban, I'm going to call it more of a book buying restriction, where for every 5 books I read, I can buy 1 book. So that way, I can still buy books, which is one of my favorite things to do, but my TBR will also be decreasing. So here we go, here's my TBR shelf. Very Good Lives by J.K. Rowling, Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wayne, Mouse by Art Spiegelman, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley, The Zookeeper's Wife by Diane Ackerman, Nothing by Jeremy Webb, 5 Billion Years of Solitude by Lee Billings, The Atlas of Middle-earth, Persuasion by Jane Austen, Emma by Jane Austen, The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan, Bad Things Happen by Harry Dolan, The Voyage of the Basilisk by Marie Brennan, All My Friends Are Superheroes by Andrew Kaufman, The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides, When by Victoria Laurie, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, The Art of Fielding by Chad Harbach, A Different Bed Every Time by Jack I don't know. The Zone of Interest by Martin Amis, A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin, The Diviners by Libba Bray, 8 Girls Taking Pictures by Whitney Otto, Little Failure by Gary Steingart. I'm horrible at names. Rose Under Fire by Elizabeth Wayne, The Kite Runner by Colette Hosseini, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, Falling Into Place by Amy Zhang, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, The Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson, The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton, The Wild Truth by Corinne McCandless, Dracula by Bram Stoker, Cinder by Marissa Meyer, The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, Stolen by Lucy Christopher, The City of Dreaming Books by Walter Moses, In the Garden of Beasts by Eric Larson, The First True Lie by Marina Mander, The Story Life of A.J. Fickery, The Other Side by Lacey M. Johnson, The Wicked Girls by Alex Marwood, The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien, Stiff by Mary Roach, Girl Reading by Katie Ward, Night Film by Marisha Pessel, Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, which I have read about half of, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by Jane Austen and Seth Grahame-Smith, Beauty by Brian D'Amato, Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, A Field Guide to Getting Lost by Rebecca Solnit, The Silence of Bonaventure Arrow by Rita Legansky, The Genius of Dogs by Brian Hare and Vanessa Woods, A Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki, City of Women by David R. Gillam, The Book of Lost Things by John Connolly, This Is Where I Leave You by Jonathan Tropper, The Rum Diary by Hunter S. Thompson, Regarding the Pain of Others by Susan Sontag, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie, Let's Explore Diabetes with Owls by David Sedaris, Redefining Realness by Janet Mock, Never Let Me Go by Kazu Ishiguro, How to Be a Heroine or What I've Learned from Reading Too Much by Samantha Ellis, Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, Stardust by Neil Gaiman, The Road by Cormac McCarthy, The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer, How Literature Saved My Life by David Shields, The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, Hollow City by Ransom Riggs, The Humanity Project by Jean Thompson, Love Me Back by Merritt Tierce, Let's Get Lost by Adi Alsed, Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, Lost Girls by Robert Kolker, The Naked Consumer by Eric Larson, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, which I have read half of and will probably never read the rest, so I should probably just get rid of this one, Detroit by Charlie LaDuff, Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell, Fiendish by Brenna Jovanoff, Elusive by Emily Lloyd-Jones, All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, and finally How to Build a Girl by Caitlin Moore. That's all of my TBR. From now on it should be decreasing instead of increasing. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of the books that I mentioned and what you thought about them. And also, if you could maybe tell me how many books you have in your TBR pile so I don't feel quite so bad about myself, I would really appreciate it. But I'll see you guys later. Bye! Yes, hello.
There's ice cream.
Yay! I'll be there in a minute. I'm doing a thing. Look at, these are all the books that I have read.